Hey guys, welcome back to Truth Trucking. My name is Kevin. Today I want to talk to you about my experience with team driving at Stevens Transport and why I personally don't recommend it. Before we go ahead and jump into that, I just want to tell you guys to subscribe, like, and comment. Leave some positive or negative feedback. Whatever you want to leave, it's mostly appreciated. Um, Guys, if you can, share the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm not trying to become no YouTube influencer, but I'd love for people to watch these videos that want to get into the industry or that are in the industry or that are considering the industry. But all right, let's dive in. So why don't I recommend team driving at Stevens Transport? If you are getting already wrecked as a regular driver at Stevens Transport, you're going to get double wrecked as a team driver, in my opinion. Why is that? Firstly, when you're starting out as a team driver with Stevens, they have so many rules they implement. Um, Even you can finish your training, right? And if you were to go by yourself as a solo driver, you can drive your full 11. If you decide to do team driving with Stevens right off training, the rules that they had for you as training where you and your trainer, oh, for the first 2 weeks you can only drive this amount together, then this and that. Then by the 6th week you can both drive your 11-11. With Stevens, at the time last year, it was different. The first month, you can only drive 15 hours together. The second month, 19 hours together. Then the third month, you could drive your full clocks each. How do we make money? Please, how do you make money as a team driver? Regardless of the fact, um, I'm not going to mention my team driver's name. Me and him, we went into team driving. He was the first seat. I was second seat. What became the issue was Stevens didn't keep up with their word, their policies. By the second week of us doing team driving, everything went out the window. Hey guys, we need you to start rescuing these BS loads. Now, here's the thing I learned with Stevens. The dispatchers, the driving managers have friends that are drivers. What does that mean? If you have a good load, a good mile load, and one of their friends has a terrible load, they will make you switch. And you can't argue that. No, you got to do this. You guys are new. But wait, that makes no sense. No, you got to rescue this load. But wait, that makes no sense. Let me repeat that again. They will screw you over to help their friends get miles. Mind you, okay, whatever. I think most of us would do that anyways. But imagine you're starting out, you're team driving, and this is the beginning. Great. So we were rescuing loads pretty much every day. Every day we would drop off a load. Hey guys, pick up this load. That'd be a great load. New York to California. We need you guys to chew this load. Perfect. We can do that. We're team drivers. We can get there in a day and a half, whatever. If not 8 hours, at least, 8 to 24 hours later, 8 to 12 hours later. Guys, I'm sorry. We need you to rescue this other load. We need you to give this load to this person because there's no rush for that load. It's like, dude, why not have us trade trailers when we're closer to California? Let us get some miles. So one thing my trainer did teach me was always, ask for incentive. Oh, okay, you want us to rescue this load? We're gonna need $50 each more. I know that's nothing. It's really nothing if you want to compare to miles. But again, we were getting paid 26 cents a mile. You could be working minimum wage at a fast food joint and still be making more than us. It was a nightmare. So, I kept getting bored of this. I said, you know what? The first checks are going to be whack. They were terrible. 500, 600, 700, 600. Finally, an $800 check. But I think that's where I drew the line. But before we go into that part, me and my team driver, we met each other at Tampa Truck Driving School. We weren't friends until, I guess, maybe towards the end of Tampa Truck Driving School. If you're watching this, bro, I have a good feeling, and I think you did mention it, that you thought I was annoying or we didn't get along that well in the beginning at Tampa. But for as much of a jokester that I can be, I always made sure to get my things done. A lot of people in the Tampa truck driving school thought I was going to fail, and thankfully they all failed and I didn't. So if you guys are watching this, all right. Anywho, um, we ended up meeting back in Dallas, and we had discussed the idea, hey, about team driving. I know he wanted a team drive with another person, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go by myself. It's not an issue. I got this. It wasn't towards the end of our training where we just, hey, you want to just team drive? We both live in South Florida. If we both want to go home, it's perfect because the person I think he wanted a team with doesn't live in South Florida. They live in like Central North Florida. So it just makes more sense if you're going to team drive. You guys live sort of nearby, which that was the case. I think we managed to do one home temp. We did 7 days. Came back out on the road. Thankfully, when we first got in the truck, very important, they don't supply you fridges. They don't supply you microwaves. Thank God at least they give you the mattresses, right? It's water or bread. You can't have both. Thankfully my team driver, he did hook it up, help us out. He did use his credit card to pay for the microwaves and fans, things that we would need. And obviously through every check, I would give him my portion of whatever the half of that full amount was. That really came through because, like I told you guys in my videos, I started trucking broke as a joke. So we end up being on the road. I'm miserable, He's trying to make me feel better, like, dude, thug it out. You got this. I'm like, no, dude, I can't. Like, I know I can make more money being at home every night in bed and my weekends off. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, what's going on? Mind you, the problem was this is the mega carrier lifestyle. This is why I don't recommend mega carriers. They're great to start out. If they're gonna sponsor your CDL, do it. Get your CDL sponsored. Besides that, don't do it. Anybody that tells you that they're happy at a mega carrier, cap. They have no ambitions. They don't care about money. They have no goals in life. They don't want the best out of life. And anybody that tells you that money doesn't buy happiness clearly has never had enough money. Because money buys you things that can be happy. Like a trip. Listen, thanks to trucking, I've seen Europe. Had a vacation in Europe. And I vacation a lot. I enjoy myself. I splurge myself. I get myself nice things, as you can see. So yeah, that's my thought on that mega carrier. So me and my team driver, he knew it was coming, and I was trying to be kind of low key in a way, like talking to my friend at the other company, like, what's up? Can you help me? It wasn't until our final load we had left Maine, got to Illinois, back to Boston. It wasn't until we dropped off in Boston. I remember he was asleep, and I did the overnight driving. And I made sure, dropped off the load. I was exhausted. I parked the truck, declined every load, called my driver. I made sure I didn't accept any load until my driving manager picked up. I told him, hey, listen, that's it. I'm ready to go. Everything's good. Yep, don't accept any loads. To sign off the truck. You're officially off the truck. You have no abandonment on your record. Very important, guys. You do not want to have abandonment on your record, especially if you're going to go join another company, whether it's a small carrier or mega carrier. When they look up that information, they'll see that. So if you work at a mega carrier and you're a solo driver, try to get your truck back to the yard. Try and do that. That way you do not get abandonment. Thankfully, I was able to avoid that. Finally, my team driver will come. Hey, what's up, bro? He sees my bags are packed. I'm ready. I'm like, dude, listen, appreciate everything, but this is it. I'm out. We got paid. I'm getting my Uber. I already bought my flight. It was like a $800 check, $300 flight, $50 Uber. Like, my check was almost gone. Like, by the time I got to the airport, I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. I bought myself food and I bought myself a bunch of drinks. I said, I'm going home. And thankfully, I had the next job lined up, so I didn't really stress it. It was pretty, I think, messed up on my end how I left. Um, I haven't been able to see my team driver. We still keep in touch, the occasional phone call, text here and there. Um, I feel like I owe him an apology. Definitely owe you lunch, bro. We can sit down and talk. Um, I know his experience with Stevens after that, especially with our truck, was terrible. Terrible, terrible experience. And, you know, to each their own, man. He's now doing a lot because he's the funny thing is he's not even working using his CDL, but because he had a CDL, he got the job he's at now, and he's making great money. We just spoke on the phone a couple days ago. He's going to be a district manager or a manager for what he's doing. I'm not going to put his business out there. Making great money. Um, Guys, team driving isn't for everybody. I don't recommend it. If you're gonna do training, it's a different story because you're gonna make the money off the miles from your trainees. Then it's worth it. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to make it a one-cut video, but they asked me to move to another door. They had unloaded what they needed to unload at this door. They asked me to move to another door, another side of the warehouse, to unload the rest. Yeah, the only time it's worth it is if you're training. That's it. Besides that, it's this whole personal space. Everyone has their own way of doing things. Some people like being barefoot. Some people like being in socks. Others like to eat, different types of foods that might have smells. Now, I'm not saying these are the issues I had with my teammate because we ate the same thing. All we ate was junk, and surprisingly, we were losing weight eating junk. Um, I don't recommend team driving, especially for Stevens. You're gonna make 26 cents a mile each, versus a solo driver at a different company, you can make anywhere up to 70 cents. So, I mean, you do the math. All right, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Any feedback you have, leave it in the comments. Questions or anything you want to hear about, leave it in the comments, or you can write me on Instagram or TikTok. It's the same name handles, The Truth Trucking. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks.